Discount. Discount is something that we all love. I mean, who doesn't love going into the store with a 40% off coupon and being able to finally buy that toy that your son has always wanted, because with 40% off now it's affordable. Discounts in terms of percentages happens to be one of the more complicated and challenging concepts mathematically to get a grasp on. So what I wanted to do here is I wanted to use a few different examples of different types of discounts that could potentially be applied. And in each of these situations, we can actually relate them in a way back to, say, a real world idea. So you can actually use the math behind these concepts in order to apply whatever discount you may have or whatever discount you see on a shelf to actually know if you can afford that product or not, or to have a general idea of how much you might actually be having to pay once you get to a cash register. Now, one thing to keep in mind, which should be fairly obvious, is that when you receive a discount, you are decreasing that cost of the item. Discounts are generally applied before you reach your tax phase of your item. Okay? So in order to find an actual discount, what that means is we are looking at the difference between whatever your original price was and the sales price. Now that idea occurs if you know the original price and your sales price, but you do not know what your discount would be. When we're talking about a discounted rate or a marked price, what that means is that we are talking about having the percent of your discount. And so then again, you would be able to calculate how much of a discount you're getting. Both of those two ideas require that you know your original sales price in order to figure out how much of a discount you have. Now, sales price obviously means we're talking about your original price and we're subtracting out your discounted value. Okay? So I have a couple different examples where we're going to look at how discounts might work depending on what the problem is asking. So the first one says, Jeff and Christina used a % off coupon at New China. If the regular buffet cost for both of them together would have been $16, but they only paid $13.60, what was the rate of the discount? So we have to look at what it is we're trying to find. We want to know the rate of the discount. Well, this means we are trying to find your percent. So to start with, we can find that the percent paid over 100% is equal to the cost paid, so $13.60 paid, over the $16 original. And what this is going to give us is this is going to give us our amount paid. Okay? So here we would have that your percent paid is going to be that $13.60 times 100 divided by 16. And in this case, we come out to being 85%. So again, this is your percent paid, not your discount. So here, in order to find your discount, we have to take your full pay percent minus what you did pay percent. So what do I mean? Full pay would be if we paid 100% of the cost, but we didn't. Instead, we only paid 85% of the cost. So this means my discount percent was 15%, and this is the value that we are looking for. Okay? Now, the other way that you could have handled this problem, instead of starting with your paid amount, is instead you simply so if we're looking at the other way, instead you would make your first step to be to take your original, subtract out what you paid, because this would give you your discount pay. Meaning, if I were to take my original, which was the $16, and subtract out the $13.60, which is what I did pay, I would have that my discounted rate was $2.40. You could then set up your proportion to be the same, where this time, when we're looking at your percent, we're looking at your discount percent over 100 is going to be your discount money, $2.40 over your original 16. And that would give you the same thing. Okay? Now, the reason I like doing it this first way is because what I have found is that most students tend to use the values that they see actually in the problem, and so we tend to set our proportions up like that. So as long as you understand what the percentage is that is related to the value that you're using, you should be able to work your discount problems fairly easily. Okay? Now the next one says, if the Gaines spent $2,000 on new windows for their house after receiving $500 off, what was the marked price and the rate discount? So the first thing we need to know is we actually need to know what's called your total original cost. Well, when we look at the problem, we know that they spent $2,000. We also know that they received $500 off. So that means my total original is going to be the $2,500. Okay? Now with that, we need to figure out what was the percent off. And so here, we would have percent over 100 is going to be my discount, 500, over my total, 2,500. So again, my percent is going to be 500 times 100 divided by 2,500, which is going to give me 20% discount. And it's really just as simple as that. So the total cost is where we had to backtrack, and then this gives you your percent off. Alright, let's look at one that might be a little bit more challenging. So here it says that towels were on sale at a discount of 30%. If the sales price was $3.01, what was the original price? So here, what we have to keep in mind is that when we are talking about a discount being 30%, what that actually means is that we are going to pay 70% of the original cost. That being said, the $3.01 is what we are paying. So here we would have to set ourselves up as 70% to 100 is going to be the $3.01 that I did pay versus an unknown original cost. So here again we could completely cross product this. So cross product again, remember, says bottom to the top and bottom to the top. So here we're going to get 70B is equal to my $3.01 times 100. So here we've got my B is going to be 301 divided by 70, which is going to give me $4.30. So what do we actually know? Well, this is telling us that the original price was my $4.30. Okay. Now, without this first top part up here, without being able to recognize that when we're paying or told that a discount is a certain percentage, what we're actually paying, you might struggle. So here you need to just pay attention to the wording. In this one, we were told what the discount percent was, but at the same time, we were also telling you what the price was that we were paying. Okay. Alright, now the last one I wanted to look at is this one here, which says the discount on a computer was $150 and this was a 20% discount. The first part says what is the original selling price of the computer. So first of all, what do we know? Well, we know that my discount was 20%, which is the same as $150. So here I have 20 over 100 is equal to the 150 over the unknown. Solve for the unknown. So in this case, my B value is going to be 150 times 100 divided by 20. So in this case, I'm going to end up with 750. So in other words, the cost was $750. Now the second part says, what was the sale price? So in order to find your sale price, we have to take your cost minus your discount. So here my cost was the $750 minus my discount was $150. So in this case we get that the sale price was $600. Now the last part says what was the total amount paid for the computer if a 6% sales tax was added. So here we've got 6% sales tax. So we have to figure out how much tax. So my tax is going to be found by taking the percent over 100 and figuring out how much that is when I'm paying $600. So here my sales tax is going to be 6 times the 600 divided by 100, which is going to give me a total of $36 in tax. So your total cost is going to be the $600 plus your tax of $36 gives you $636. So there you have it. 4 very different and distinctive discount problems. Each problem, however, very similar to the real life experiences that you may have in a store. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, remember, the biggest advice I can give you with discount is to read what it is you have and assess what part of the problem is the discount And were they giving you the value or the percentage? If you have any questions, again, please let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.